Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Cody the Coin Raptor and I'm here to provide you excellent crypto content starting with our chart TA. And today we're starting with Ethereum. The last couple of days for Ethereum have been nothing short of explosive. It has recently come up here and touched $2,000. It has retreated since then, but it came up and touched $2,000. It has just been wild. I was anticipating that it would come up and it would touch $2,000, and it has. And right now, what we're seeing is probably going to be some sideways action for a little bit while it consolidates after going on such a monster run. And just as a reminder, Ethereum was $1,000. I would as early as the 13th of July. So in a period of approximately 1 month, Ethereum has nearly doubled in price. That right there is amazing, and I think it's a rate that I don't know it can be sustainable. I would expect a pullback for Ethereum in the near term and a continuation of the upward trend up until we hit the merge, and then I'm expecting people to sell the merge. So we take a look at our RSI, our daily RSI, and it is at 72 or 71, almost 72. And this RSI is seeing a level of overbought that we haven't seen since April, back when Ethereum was about $3,500. So this is a level of overbought on the RSI we haven't seen in quite some time. The next target for Ethereum is going to be the resistance point at about 2170, 2200-ish in that region. That is going to be some strong psychological resistance, so pay attention to that level. And support levels for Ethereum can be as low as about 1700. So I definitely think it's going to wind up chopping for a bit. There's going to be a small pullback, it's going to chop for a bit, and then it's going to continue on its massive run until we hit the Ethereum merge. So consequently, Bitcoin dominance has been taking a massive hit. It really seems like traders and investors are pulling their money out of Bitcoin and instead fueling this massive Ethereum rally, because Bitcoin dominance is down to 40.7%. That right there is a low that we haven't seen since January of this year. So it's definitely been a pretty amazing transition. We take a look at Bitcoin, and one thing I mentioned yesterday, right, is that, well, Ethereum's been doing so well. Bitcoin has not been doing as well, but Bitcoin has also been doing fairly strongly. And right now, one thing I really want to point out is Bitcoin RSI appears to have broken out above those levels we've established in a previous video, which is about 6150 or so. Now it's at 6233. So Bitcoin RSI is at a level of demand, right, that we haven't seen since April. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are still in high demand, and it's stuck in this rising wedge. And I still expect Bitcoin to break out of this rising wedge within the next couple of days, most likely, as long as this trend stays intact. What it's going to need, though, is some pretty extreme volume coming in to break through these levels that we've established. There's strong resistance here at about 24,700 in that region, 24,900, 25,000-ish, and about $500 plus or minus in this whole region. So Bitcoin's going to need some very strong volume to push through it. And when it does push through it, I will be sure to update you on my Twitter. So if you want that information, if you want the latest and greatest updates from me, follow me on Twitter. Right now, I'm still waiting to see what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing. I'm not buying because they're both very strongly overbought, and I'm waiting for a nice pullback opportunity. All right, so for our first story, and this has been very important, is the crypto community reaction to the Tornado Cash sanctions and the arrest of one of the developers. So there's been a lot being said in the last couple of days about the arrest of this Tornado Cash developer, mainly that this developer was a developer of code, specifically open source code that anybody can use in order to provide privacy or anonymity on the blockchain. And so the fact that he was arrested because of essentially just developing code has been pretty extreme. And the reaction among the crypto community has been very negative, with some people just saying that they literally just arrested him for writing code. So this is somebody said this is similar to what they said that we saw in the actual encryption community, which has been illegal in the United States until 1996. Then it was legalized because the thought was that the encryption was used to hide illegal activities, illicit activities. And this sets kind of a bad precedent, because if anybody can be arrested for using open source code and maliciously, then it can potentially target the entirety of the crypto industry. As long as the crypto industry is involved and coding, and someone uses that code for illicit means, then they could potentially be a target for governments to arrest and charge with financial crimes. So this is a story that I have been watching very closely, and I'll try to give you guys as many updates as I can. Next, I want to talk about something positive here. So the crypto market is doing very well in Nigeria. Okay, there was a recent survey that was put out, and the number of people that had the greatest Bitcoin adoption, according to the Finder Cryptocurrency Adoption Index, they had 24% of people in the country that used Bitcoin. And that's pretty amazing when you think about it, because Nigeria, obviously not known for having a very strong economy and having their own currency issues. They look towards cryptocurrencies, stable coins, and Bitcoins in order to essentially protect their purchasing power. Okay, because if you can go and you can buy a stable coin, which is pegged to the value of $1, you don't have to rely on local currency, which can be devalued and have extremely high inflation and completely erode your purchasing power. So it's not surprising to see that a country like Nigeria is on that list as number one. They also had Singapore and United Arab Emirates, and those came in at 2 and 3, and that's also pretty amazing considering Singapore has a strong economy, and so does the United Arab Emirates. But both of these two countries are leading the way for worldwide adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So I always like to see that. I'm very interested in how this proceeds. Right, adoption is coming. Even in the depths of the bear market, adoption has been very strong. Next, we have Farmer Bro. Martin Skreli's crypto token plunges after massive sale. I actually covered this in a previous video where I said, well, he's launching this digital currency and he's attaching it to a Web3 platform. And his new crypto token appears to be dumped, right? There's some people are saying that it's a pump and dump, but it lost 90% of its value. And people are saying, well, he's involved in yet another scam. So I definitely would try to avoid this if at all possible. These early projects can oftentimes have these massive losses and have a massive amount of risk associated with them. Okay. All right, that's all I've got for you today. If you guys like this content, please let me know. Please like and subscribe and comment. I would greatly appreciate that. Let me know what you want to see, what I can do differently. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, signing out.